Hey guys, I have another video for today, and it's talking about cheating in Battlefield 5. And in particular, it's the worst kind of cheating, and that's the player that hides it. Where they try to hide their cheats and play off as if they're a good player, which I think is kind of even worse than the blatant cheaters in this game. Now, I've had to change this video slightly, because originally this was about exposing a player who was in a game on Rotterdam first and then Devestation after, a game that I was in. There was two cheaters in the server, one on each side. One was a blatant aimbotter who initially I was spectating until I noticed this other player who I didn't recognise and who was very vocal in chat. You know, and he was doing very well in game. He was doing very well. So I spectated for a bit, and eventually on the next game on Devestation, it turns out he was cheating as well, and he had a bit of an ego about him. And just my interactions of calling him out with in-game chat while spectating him, and it was hilarious. It got to the point where the blatant aimbotter was mad at him and calling him out as well. It was unbelievable, but the video wasn't meant to be. Unfortunately, some of the footage it did get corrupted. It's such a shame because it was comedy gold. I've never seen anything like that in Battlefield 5. Yeah, so originally it was just exposing this player and the hilarity of it. He was flat out denying it, and he had an ego. He had an ego as well. Wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. Do still have some footage that didn't corrupt. So to salvage something for this video, I just want to talk about players who hide cheats or play with hidden cheats and try to pretend something that they're not. And then after we're going into a bit of how to detect a cheater. Go through these clips and how I knew this player was cheating and things to look for in spectator mode. It'd be very interesting to see what you think. Would you like me to make a video on just how to catch a cheater and if everything that goes into it, and like spectating and you know, like statistics like in detail? It'd be if that's a video worth making, or if someone would like to watch it, let me know. Yeah, so this player, yeah, he had an ego, and one of the things he said is, he says, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's funny and very ironic because, you know, I do know exactly what I'm talking about in Battlefield 5, and he in fact doesn't know what he's talking about, and he didn't realise that I'm watching him, spectating him shoot through walls, and he never realised it. But here's the thing, the problem with these players is that they try to hide cheats and try to make out something that they're not. The thing is, you're only hurting yourself. You know, you played yourself in the long run. You set yourself up for failure for a few reasons. It's like, number one, you're not a good player because you're cheating. You're faking it. It's not a real feeling. Number two, it's like you might get away with it at first, you know, build a reputation for being open quote, close quote, good. But here's the thing, when you come against talented, experienced players, and there's a lot in Battlefield, you know, first and foremost, they'll know you're cheating as soon as you shoot them. Because, you know, they're experienced players who know what's possible in-game. And know what weapons kill at what range and what TDK and, you know, all that sort of stuff. And then there's a lot of things that go into being a good player and what it is to become a good player. And this is why I say you're setting yourself up for failure, because the players who do know what they're talking about will always catch you. And then it sort of brings in the question of, like, why pretend? Why cheat? If you're going to get caught, you know, you're something you're not. So just play the game normally. So how do I know this player is cheating, and how can you detect it? What to look for when you're spectating people? I will say spectating mode, it isn't real time, and it is a bit janky here and there, but it is a great tool if you know how to use it properly. So we're going to go through these videos and show you what to look for, or what I how I approach it. When I spectate a player, what am I looking for? What exactly am I looking for to give me a reason that he might not be legit? So I've got this first clip of this player, and let me full screen it. Right. So first off, you know, you want to be looking what weapons he's using. What weapon is he using? So bam. Okay, stop. So he's using the Thompson, so it's an SMG, 50 rounds, or we might be going with a faster fire rate. I know he's got to keep everything. I know that he's got to keep everything close range. Because it is an SMG, you're not going to beam people across the map with this gun. Just like little thing here. That's what he's saying. He said he's commenting on the other aimbot that was in the server. He said he's still bad at cheating. Right, okay, so at the minute, you know, I'm just checking his movement. Just checking his movement. Is he sliding? Looking at his crosshair placement. Where is it? You know, it's pretty much center screen, but he is in spawn, so people do tend to relax. So here we go. So this part here, I'm pretty much keen. Let's see what he's looking at. So in a minute, you can see a player here. That's an enemy player. So he's on a blue team. That's red team. They're the enemy. You can see. I'm not sure if you can see it on here, but there is some diamond-shaped players. That means they're spotted. So he can see them through the map. He can see that. But so ignore that. But this player here, he cannot see that player. So that's what I'd be looking for. I mean, centering. See, he's still in spawn here, and his crosshair is going towards this player here. Watch that again. It's going up there. Or it could have been on his teammate. That's another counterpoint to that. He could be putting his crosshair like, oh, I can res my teammate because that's his downed icon who's in his squad. So okay, and you see that just down there. There's a pulsating diamond. That means he's spotting. You will see that. See that on there? Just go back a tad. You see it about there. See it pulsate. That means he's spotted, but he isn't spotted. This player here isn't spotted. That's why. So he's spotted. Okay, so he smokes it. So he looks at the dude over there who's spotted. And what did he do? Did he look at this dude? That's a player there. I think he did a little look. I mean, the thing is, this obviously cheating. Like the first clip, obviously cheating. You know, a lot of these players who are very subtle are very. You have to have a keen eye. But this dude makes it quite like blatantly obvious, like straight away. Like he's literally just warning, like straight away. There you go. Like he didn't know that dude was there. He shouldn't have known that dude was there. And then he's just beaming these people across the map. Okay, decides to smoke it. Obviously he's using a radar sight as well. You know, not the best sight, I would have said. You know, I call it in chat straight away. That's what I do nowadays with cheaters. I tend to call it out straight away. Let's look at the next clip. I tend to call it out like straight away and see what they say. Luckily, like I said before, this dude, yeah, you'll see his response in a minute. But again, just for context, like, there's a player there. I would say he's probably looking at that player. He can see him. He knows he's there. He's smoking that. He's crouched to get a reload in. Okay. So you can see there's a player here and there's a player here and there's a player down there, and all enemy players, and just see how he responds to that. That's how I would react. Yeah, I mean, that's very accurate. That's very accurate for that range. Well, we already know he's cheating, but I would say, you know, his accuracy, whilst he's... Is he AD spamming? He is a bit. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, he just wall hacks that dude. Okay. I mean, he... Again. very hyper aware, and that's his response. Yeah, heard it all before, kiddo. It's like, yeah, here we go. This is, and I was like, okay, well, I was like, well, this dude is like I think he thinks that I don't know what I'm talking about, and he's playing it off. There you go. That was a bit buggy there. Yeah, that was a bit buggy. And his response is 9-2 is a real cheater score. And then I make him aware of the fact that he literally just shot someone through the wall. Shot a dude. Shot a dude through the wall. There you go. That's my typing skills for you. See this next clip. Because you're waiting for him to spawn in, okay. So he spawns in, Thompson again, checking for his movements, crosshair placement. It's on that. I mean, he looks like he's looking. He looks like he's looking at that dude. I couldn't see because I bloody his crosshair placement is very near to the player, and he's sort of tracking that dude a bit. Yeah, I mean that range of the Thompson. That's unrealistic. Okay, I think there's like a bug with the spectator there where it just shows hip fire. He could be ADS in there. Yeah, there you go, look, straight through the smoke. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. So let me know if you would like me to go into more detail, like I said before, like I said earlier, what it is to detect a cheater and what goes through and all that sort of thing. And it's a shame that I've had to change this video a bit, because it was I think it was like, you don't get free content like that very often, and it's a real shame that my recording failed me on that. It's a real shame, because it was really something special, I think. But yeah, anyway, subscribe if you'd like to, drop a like if you would like to, and I'll see you boys in the next one.